After our gigs in Darwin and Kununurra, we ended up hiring a camper van to get us to Alice Springs instead of flying, just so we could see some country, and boy, what an experience. So on our way down, we passed through Katherine, discovered these beautiful hot springs, went for a nice little dip before taking an epic tour of Katherine Gorge. And honestly, it's something else. So much history, so many stories. A good friend of mine once said that the body remembers its ancient past every time it connects with land, and you know, my head was nowhere else, and I didn't want to be anywhere else. As blissed out as what I was, I won't lie, it came with a little bit of sadness. Sadness is the fact that a place like this is a rarity when it shouldn't be, and you know how much I'm looking forward to the day where we can all look after the planet just that little bit better to preserve these spaces. The epic cliffs, the beautiful glistening water, and this unexplainable ancient artworks from Aboriginal culture. I mean, how is it possible that they actually did that so many years ago without the technology that we have today? And it wouldn't be a tour of Katherine Gorge without some crocodiles and 50 metres down the stream, people swimming. Nah, I know they say it's the saltwater crocodiles you gotta watch, but I don't care. If you've got snappers, I'm not coming anywhere near you. And then we immersed ourselves into the camper van experience, 14 and a half hours from Katherine to Alice Springs. We saw so much land, and I couldn't help but notice the differences between driving through the Western Australia desert and the Northern Territory desert. Western Australia just has this general peace about it, whereas Northern Territory just feels wild. Sometimes it's flat, sometimes it's rocky, sometimes it's barren, sometimes it's green, you know. You got moments where you feel light and then other moments where you feel real dark. I don't know what it is, but it really made for an epic drive, and I ended up processing a lot of emotions on that drive in a way that I'd never experienced before. It was almost like the land and the road just helped me to digest emotions that were always there, but in a way that didn't require thinking. I honestly can't explain it, but so after playing a gig in Alice Springs, we head straight to Adelaide and play the Grace Emily. Now, I heard a lot about this place. As soon as I stepped foot into this venue, I just knew it was going to be a great gig. You know, I could smell the musical history in this joint. And I was right, we had an absolute killer gig. It was just smoking on stage and off stage. You know, it was great to play in front of a crowd that was invested in the experience as much as what we were. And afterwards we caught up with some good mates and a whole heap of peeps from Twitch that I'd formed these relationships with over the last couple of years, and you know, it was a really great gig. I'm still riding high from that one. And then we finish off the weekend, 5.5 hour drive to Mt Gambier's Limestone Coast Pantry Hotel. Beautiful hospitality, completely different vibe, you know, neither one was better. And I felt like it was a great way to end the weekend with a bit more chilled vibes, you know. And afterwards had some great conversations with people in the audience, as well as Justin from Little Georgia, who I was really flattered played a set before us. And it was good, you know, when you bring artists together and you're sharing experiences, makes you realise that you're not alone. As far as the run as a whole, I'm going to call it, I've never felt more at home on tour as what I did over these last 10 days. Like, I've been working to feel this way for a long time, and it feels so good to get there. I felt this sense of love and reassurance and confidence in myself every single day, no matter what challenge was thrown at me. I really think we've hit our stride on stage as well, and I only had to use sleeping pills twice in 10 days. So it's a really special time, and I've walked away from this experience going, I cannot wait for more. Honestly, guys, it means a lot that you spent the time, precious time, coming to my gigs, and I'm really flattered that I get to see your faces all lit up when you walk away from the experience that all of us have created together. So thank you. Wow, it's getting dark.